It's
New
like,
York is disgusting, bro.
it is, but it's awesome. Love it.
I am 99% sure this guy was trying to sex traffic us.
You can't marry or be with a girl from Washington State. I'm sorry, but that can't happen.
If you can't trust your partner, you're not going to be able to build and continue to move forward with it because you're almost going to be second guessing.
The fact that she actually cared about who I was and what I was doing.
If there is no God, there is no religion, then my life doesn't matter. You can make time. Everyone can make time
Yeah.
for something that's important to them.
That shit tore me apart. I was like, damn.
You have everything to gain, but nothing to lose. Instagram reels are crazy. Half the time, I just see people dying, bro.
That's social media. Like, that shows like the power of it.
You really don't know what you would do until you're in the situation. You ever save someone out of the ocean?
Yeah, like at least 120 people.
No shot. You're a liar, bro.
She fucking challenges me every goddamn
Like,
day. Most of the money I spent in a night between like dinner, drinks, and a club, probably like.
What's going on, everyone? I just got done filming an absolutely great podcast with one of my good friends, Colin Carpenter. We've been friends for about 4 years now, and he is from the East Coast. We talk about how much money he made and spent while being a social media influencer and model. We talk about his current relationship, his thoughts on religion, and also the time that me and him almost got sex trafficked. Absolutely crazy stories, and I really think you'll enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoy. Peace. I guess to start it off, Colin, would you just want to like explain a little bit about who you are, what do you do, and what do you enjoy to do in your free time?
The last time we did this, I probably would have had a totally different answer.
Dead ass, dude.
Honestly, like a year ago, if you asked me that, like when we did my pod, it's been a full year since we did mine. But anyways, I used to do social media for a while, then I completely stopped doing it. Didn't work for a couple months, and then now I do contracting work. And then on my free time, dude, I don't really have free time anymore. I mean, my girlfriend and I, we were just down in Key West for my birthday, and then next week we're going to Tulum.
Okay, how can you say that's not free time though? You're literally
Well, that's like my
traveling.
my only free time is the traveling.
Okay. Well, I mean, I feel like that's free time pretty well spent though.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really complain about that. What's your favorite place you've traveled to so far?
Mm, I really
Like I've
like
been to
London.
so many.
London was cool.
What was your favorite part about it?
I think Oxford, like
Did you see
Oxford
the
University.
what was so cool about Oxford University?
No,
Just
it was
like
just cool
super
because
old fashioned or
yeah, it was like super old school. I mean, like Harry Potter was filmed there, like that, like the little lightning bolt or whatever from Harry Potter, like
Mhm.
that's there, like all the stained glass from like Alice in Wonderland, the Great Hall. That stuff was all really cool, but like just the countryside, like itself, it was just so laid back and relaxed.
Is the culture there? Like, can you visibly tell it's different than where you're from?
Culture in what way?
I don't know, just the way of life, I guess. Like when I think about when I came to New York and saw you, I just thought like the East Coast is so much more different lifestyles than it is on the West Coast.
Yeah, it's it reminded me like London as a whole reminded me a little bit of New York, but just so clean.
Clean, actually. I
Yeah,
guess when I think of London, I don't really picture it being clean.
yeah, I wouldn't either, but like compared to like New York, you walk around, there's no trash piled high on the streets.
New
Like
York is disgusting, bro.
it is, but it's awesome. Love it still.
It is awesome, but that is one thing I'll say about when I went down there is I've never been to a city and they literally had like garbage bags stacked on the side of the road, just taller than me, bro.
Literally, yeah, it's insane. It's so gross.
Smells like cat piss everywhere or dog piss. It's probably human piss, but
That's what it smells like, yeah.
or when we were walking and that one homeless guy said something to me and like I stopped and like was gonna talk to him and then you're like, hi, come on, bro.
You
You
don't
don't
want to get in
interact
there
with
and
those
talk to
people.
them.
You're like, dude, you don't want to get robbed or something. I was like, dude, I don't think he's gonna rob me, but I guess I don't know, bro.
Yes, buddy.
Uh, dude, yeah. I was gonna ask how has it been like being a dog owner?
Dude, it's been so challenging lately.
Why? Just because he's like full of energy, or
Well, that, but like I go to school 4 days a week in person, and then I'm also working 50 to 60 hours a week. So I'm never really like home with him that much,
Mhm.
which sucks because like also when I have like the free time, like I do whatever I can with him. But besides that, like I only have like the mornings with him and then at night, like now before we go to bed and chill
Hmm.
out. But it's been rough. But like my
You're
girlfriend's been
still
helping out.
you're
I'm living in my parents' like guest house, so they've been helping me out like with him and stuff, which is really helpful.
hmm
But
What do
I
your
just
parents
can't
do
wait.
with your old bedroom?
It's just there.
Uh, Same with your the other bedroom upstairs too.
Everything's still the same. It's just empty.
Do you like
But
living in the guest house more?
yeah, it's so nice because like I mean it's decorated like my girlfriend and I did it all. So it's
How
weird.
often does your girlfriend come there?
We spend pretty much like every day together.
You guys live like really close or something?
She lives 30 minutes away. But we aren't apart that much at night because like realistically, if we didn't sleep at each other's houses or whatnot, we would never see each other.
Hmm.
Like I only see her at night when I get home from work until I leave for work or school in the morning the next day.
Gotcha.
And then we
Is
spend
that has that been hard at all for you? Like traveling 30 minutes every day or for both of you guys to go see each other?
not that bad because like it's really not bad because like she'll come here like when she's done with school, like and do whatever with around the house, like hang out with the dog, which is nice. Then I'll stay there only once every in a while, just because I don't really like staying there.
Hmm. So you're going to school right now too?
Yeah,
For some reason, I did not realize that. So
yeah,
you're doing school and are you working 40 hours right now a week?
50 to 60 a week.
Holy shit. Damn.
Yeah,
And you're doing school like just part-time or full-time or
full time.
in person or is it
Yep,
online?
in person.
How do you work 60 hours a week or 50, 60 hours a week and do in person full-time?
Because I my classes are like Monday and Wednesday from like 8 to 11 in the morning, and then right after that I go to work from like 11 to like 8:30.
Hmm.
So I still get in like 8.5 hours, 9 hours a day when I do have school. Then when I don't have school on Friday, I'll work from like 8 a.m. to like 8 or 9 o'clock at night.
What do you and your girlfriend go to the same college?
No, no.
What college are you going to?
A community.
Just some like local one?
Yeah, locals community college. Like it's really weird having like I do have actually there's this group project I have in this one class, and there's this girl in my class who I was like friends with in not in high school, but like freshman year and like eighth grade and stuff. Like we had like the same friend group.
Hmm.
And now it's weird. Like now I got to do a group project with her. I haven't talked to her in like 5, 6 years, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Do you know what you're getting a degree in or just trying to get like
Business.
prereqs right now? Business?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Hospitality.
Hmm. Yeah, sounds like your alley.
Yeah, pretty chill. What do you want
Uh,
though?
didn't you are you working at a hotel still? Or did you quit
I
that job?
was doing that. But then the night that I totaled my Audi, I quit.
Why'd you quit?
Well, well, I didn't quit like that exact day, but that night it was like really bad snowstorm. I drove home from work and then I hit the tree in my neighborhood or whatever. 10
What the
houses.
hell? You didn't tell me you hit a tree. I don't think you did at least.
Yeah, on the Audi, I hit a tree in my neighborhood.
Bro.
And you know how my neighborhood is. It's like a normal
Yeah.
like
How the hell
neighborhood.
did you hit a tree?
Literally the ice was so bad and so thick, and since I had summer tires on my car, I went around like the turn, and then my rear end kicked out. I went to go save the wheel. The next thing you know, I hit the fucking tree. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah,
How'd you do that with that car, bro? It was so beautiful.
I know. And like then now, what
And
was
it's an
it?
all-wheel drive car too.
Yeah, but with summer tires, no tread, no traction, no nothing.
Yeah,
You're
why the hell were you driving summer tires right now?
because there's no such thing as winter tires for those cars. But anyways, then
That's
yesterday I got fucking rear-ended in the truck.
bro, you getting the most accidents out
It's
of
so
anyone
bad.
I
Like,
know.
there's nothing I can do about it.
And didn't you have the Ford Escort before too?
Ford Escape, that one I didn't
Ford.
crash, but I crashed the one before that.
Okay. What happened to the Ford Escape? You just traded it in or something?
Yeah, I traded it in. It had too many miles on it. It was a lease, but boring.
How many miles does your truck have that you just bought?
I bought it with 12 miles on it. It's got
With
850 something now.
12,000 miles?
No. It's like 12.
12 miles.
It was brand new.
Oh, how much did it cost?
It was like 50. I got it for 52,
Hmm.
but the sticker price was 67.
And what type of truck is it?
F-150.
Gotcha.
It's
Why?
actually kind
Why?
of dope. It's like because it's got like the hybrid on it, so you don't gotta charge it, but it'll run on electric if I'm going,
Hmm.
if I'm getting like 40 miles to the gallon or going like under 40 miles an hour. It's pretty cool.
What made you go with or with a truck?
Well, since I've like been working construction and like I've been like talking about getting a secondary vehicle, I was like I might as well just get a truck. Like
Hmm.
I'll use it for work, it'll be useful. But I still want to get like a second vehicle just to beat on. Like right now, I've been driving my buddy's Mazda 6 for
Hmm.
2011, like 230,000 miles on it from point A to point B just because it runs and
A
it
little
keeps the money
cheaper on gas.
cheap, not even cheaper on gas, but it just saves me like miles and stuff.
Hmm.
So I don't have to rack them up on the truck.
So you bought a brand new truck and you're not even driving it.
I don't know.
Dude, if I just spent that much money on a truck, I'd be driving that thing all the
I
time.
know I was driving a lot the first week, but the first week I mean I've only had it for 2 weeks and I was away for 4 days and I already have like 850 miles on it, which is a lot.
In 1 week?
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I'd be
but
driving.
now I drive like my buddy's car. I'll drive it to school, and then I'll drive it to work and stuff after. I'll only use the truck and stuff for work now. If like they tell me like, oh, like, can you go pick something up? Like, you're gonna need your truck. Like, okay.
Mhm. I guess it's also different over there because I feel like all of New Jersey and New York, it's all just like highways and freeways to get everywhere. So you're always kind of driving a little bit of a distance, I feel like.
Yeah, it is always a distance until you hit those main roads, like those main towns.
Hmm. Like for here, for an example, I drive 200 miles every 2 weeks in my truck.
That's
Like
crazy.
everything in my valley is within 15 minutes and it's all like 4 miles apart max.
That's
So
crazy. Yeah.
maybe 5 miles, but really,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll
the
drive like
farthest
150 miles a day sometimes.
that's insane. The most I'll drive in a day would be 20 miles,
That's what
maybe.
I get one way going to school.
Yeah, that's
But the
nuts,
thing
dude.
is, it's 20 miles, but like it's also only like 20 minutes.
Hmm. Yeah,
It's like
the
it's
the
not
fur
far, but it's far.
the furthest point in town, like from where I live to get to my gym is like 15 minutes. And that would be like the furthest point all the way across town for me. So it's just totally different.
Yeah, no,
Everything's
that's
so much.
crazy.
It's also crazy to me how close all the states are over there. Like I remember
Yeah,
when I was over there, you could literally see New York City from New Jersey.
yeah, and then you can also like Pennsylvania is only like a 40-minute drive. New York super close. Delaware super close. Maryland's within 2.5 hours. Massachusetts, Vermont, like all that stuff's really close.
Hmm. Is there anything even really cool to do in any of those states though?
Honestly, yeah, I haven't really explored much of it. Like I still haven't been to Washington, D.C. yet.
That's insane. That's nuts, bro. You
Yeah,
live so close. How have you not been to Washington,
yeah,
D.C.?
that's what my girlfriend and I were just talking about it the other day. I was like, it's only like a 3 hour train ride. Like, that's
Hmm.
so easy to just hop on the train, go there for the weekend. Like, that's such an easy weekend trip. And
I've
like,
never been on a train.
really?
Yeah, not once. And we have a train in town, but I think it goes to like Montana or something. It's like I don't know. I just have no desire to be on a train, bro. I
Yeah,
mean,
I don't know.
maybe if it was something like that where it's only a couple hours away, but I'm pretty sure this one is like 20, 40 hours, like some crazy amount of time.
Yeah, like if I wanted to, like I could just hop on. Like, actually, usually I'll take the train into the city now.
Hmm.
It's only an hour, and you can literally go. You can even take the train up to like Boston. You can go anywhere on the train from like this area, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. What a lot of people do when they come here, if they like fly into Seattle, they'll ride like the shuttle bus. Um, yeah, so a lot of people take like shuttle buses around here versus like a train. But Seattle's like a 2 hour drive from here, so And Spokane is like a 3 hour drive.
Then there's
Because
you guys.
you said your mom has been to Spokane, right? I think, or
No.
someone your mom knows.
No, someone that I know.
Oh, okay.
So when I first was going to school, um, I knew someone there who was actually from Spokane, which was weird.
Hmm. Yeah,
Like,
that's
I've never heard of that town before in my life. Then,
it's a pretty big city, but
uh,
it's
yeah,
I don't even know what to compare it to for somewhere that you've
Harrisburg,
been.
but in Washington.
I guess actually, have you been to Phoenix?
No.
Have you been to Nashville?
Uh-uh.
Oh, yeah, I have no clue what to compare it to. It's like a city, it's just really spread apart. It's not super dense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
Speaking of your girlfriend, how did you guys meet?
Um, it depends who asks. But we pretty much met through a friend, I guess you could say.
Hmm. Like, did you get introduced to her, or the other person introduced her to
It was
you?
just mutual. I don't know, just like mutual. And it's crazy how I've been in a relationship for over a year now.
Is this the longest relationship you've had?
The steadiest one, yes.
Do you think have have you loved a girl before, or is this the first girl that you genuinely loved?
Like I feel like my first girlfriend, totally like different circumstances, like different age
Hmm.
time and everything. Like that's when I like first maybe thought that I loved, like maybe knew
Hmm.
what love was, but obviously I didn't.
How old were you?
I was 17,
Okay.
so a
Yeah,
while
so
ago.
like 4 years ago.
5.
Five, bro. You just turned 21.
Well, we were done. I'm trying to, when were we together? Fuck. I think it's been 5 years since we've been together. I don't know. So 16, 17, whatever. Who
But
the fuck?
it was like little kid love though. It's just different, huh?
Yeah, it's just like a different thing. That's like, oh, like, yeah, you like, you still have like an emotional like connection and like that drive towards that person. But like now when I think of love, like, I like my girlfriend, I just think of like home,
Hmm.
you know? That's
Yeah.
like the easiest way to put it. I'm like, that's home for me.
Hmm. Was there a moment in the relationship where you distinctly knew like this is the one? Like I really like love this girl.
I'll never forget, like, because just like stopped doing like social media and whatnot. I wasn't working when were first together, and after like one of like the second or maybe after like 2 weeks in or whatever, she was like leaving my house and she called me, because like, I was like really struggling to like find a job and like do whatever I was doing, and she was just like, and obviously she knew I had like money. I didn't tell her like how much or whatever, but like
Hmm.
she knew I had something to live off of for now. I didn't work for the first 5 months of our relationship, which is really like weird, like how the dynamic was then versus now. But I don't know.
And
It's
then
it's, it's just different. Like I just look at her, I'm just like, I just love her. I don't know.
so there wasn't like a specific moment where you knew, just kind of things that accumulated over time.
It's like accumulated over time, but then like what? Oh, but like I was saying, fuck. But she like left my house and she called me and she was just like, is this gonna be like forever? Like I need to make sure that you are not like stable mentally, but like you have a stable job and like you have a
Hmm.
sustainable lifestyle.
Yeah.
Which I never thought about it, but that shit tore me apart. I was like, damn. Like it like really it like hurt my feelings, but like didn't at the same time. I was like, so you think this of me, you think that? I was like just like what the heck? It was kind of out of nowhere. Like I totally get it. Like I had no direction, no path, no foundation, no grounding, no nothing
Yeah. So when you guys first started talking, was that when you were out clubbing a lot and just partying a lot?
prior to her, yes.
And then right when you met is like when you stopped, or
Pretty much, yeah.
you're
I
like,
was
okay.
happy, I was content.
Were you back home when you met her?
Yeah. Actually, I was still living in Buffalo when we first met.
I
And then
forgot
I
about
moved
that.
back. She was like a
You were
deciding
not in
factor.
Buffalo very long, huh?
I was there for a while.
For how long? Like 6 months?
No, well, I went to school there. I lived there for about 8. So yeah, not that long, I
Okay.
guess.
Yeah, not
If
that
it was
long.
longer.
Do you miss that apartment at all?
Yeah, the apartment was so sick.
It was pretty. Wasn't
It
it
was,
like an old jail or something?
yeah, it was so cool.
Yeah, I remember that being looking pretty badass.
Yeah, but it's just like weird how I think of like love now. Like I just think of that moment specifically though, because it's like that was her showing her general interest in me and like
Hmm.
the fact that she actually cared about who I was and what I was doing.
Like your direction in life. Like she actually showed genuine compassion and interest towards your future.
And she cared about it because she didn't not and I understand she's protecting herself because she doesn't want to get involved into something that's just not
Hmm.
good.
Yeah.
Which I don't blame her, but that was really the eye opener for me. And I was like, if I want to be with this girl, I need to be like, this is how I have to be. And then I kind of adapted. She worked with me. Like how I am now is not all because of her, but a lot of it has to do with like just her pushing me every day.
Yeah. So it was almost like a reality check, kind of.
Oh, big time. She
Uh-huh.
did not put up with any of my bullshit. None of it.
Would you say that was around the same time where you're like, okay, like I want to be with this girl long term?
Actually, it was our third date was my birthday.
Hmm.
I've never been on like a fresh date for my birthday. Like I've never haven't spent my birthday with like my friends or people that are like a group of people around me.
Yeah.
So that was like different for me, which we had so much fun, but I don't know, it's just as we grew over time, it was just like this is just what I want. And I wasn't really like I was looking for a relationship and I was like dating actively, but nothing crazy or anything. Then I
Hmm.
came across her and I was like, okay, I can stop dating. Like I'm good.
Yeah. So it was something you kind of knew right away then.
Yeah, which is
I feel
weird.
I think that actually is the same for a lot of guys though. Like you meet a girl and you just kind of know if you're going to be able to click with this girl. And
Yeah.
there's some girls that you'll meet and that you'll date for a little bit, but like even at the beginning you're like, okay, I know deep down this isn't going to work. I don't want to admit that to myself because it's
Yeah.
fun and I like her, but I'm just
But
going to
this
play
isn't gonna
along for a
work.
little bit. But yeah, this is not going to work in the long run.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of just knew. I was just like, all right, I'm cool with this. And the one thing that I really admire about her, like the most, she fucking challenges me
Hmm.
every goddamn
Like
day.
give an example of that. What do you mean?
Like going back to her just being like, is this is what you're gonna be like? Is this what your life is gonna be like forever? I was just like,
Hmm.
no. Then it's like, okay, well, what are you gonna do about it then? I was like, shit. Like, then I kind of just had to got the motions moving. It still don't work, but I don't know. Like even with doing stuff around the house, I was never really the most tidy, but she
Hmm.
really like pushed me in that aspect and like kind of she just helped me rebuild the foundation that I was looking for.
Yeah,
Because that was my biggest
gotcha.
thing. Is like I never really had that foundation, but then I like met her, then we started clicking, everything started going on. I was just like, okay. And then now I look back at it, I have such a strong foundation right now compared to what I had. Like I'm
Yeah.
not as stressed as I was. I don't have as much money as I did,
Hmm.
but I'm still stressed, but not as stressed or doing the things that I was doing at all.
Yeah. Do you like her family?
Yeah, they're awesome. I really do. It's definitely a way different dynamic.
Yeah.
Being
Like
like
between like different dynamic between you and your family, or what do you mean?
just trying to think, how do I explain this? Well, her parents are divorced.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then her dad lives in New Jersey. Her mom lives down in Florida. And then her sister is in New Jersey, but her sister's on I'm in between the age of her sister and her. Her sister's 20, just turned 22 in September. She just turned 19 in September, which is crazy to me.
Mm,
And then I just turned 21, so I'm like right in the between like a year and a half apart from each one of them.
yeah.
But like I get along with the sister. I really do like her. No really complaints. And I get along with her dad really well. It was a really rocky start for sure, and really not rocky summer. He was always good to me, but because he was always just concerned like I was driving around an $80,000 car. I wasn't working. I wasn't
He goes,
doing
he's like,
I
what is this kid doing to get this money?
yeah, yeah, they like he just had no idea. Like I tried to explain like social media to him, like little things like that. It's just nothing was clicking.
Hmm.
He never once told me I had a nice car ever. Then I get my fucking truck and he was like, and he tells me I have a nice truck. And like now that I work construction, it's like
Hmm.
totally different world.
You work for his company, right?
No,
Oh, you don't?
no,
Oh, for some reason I thought you did.
no. I just wear like his company stuff all the time because it's just comfortable and I don't care if it gets ruined and I can just go get
Yeah.
more of it.
How'd you get the construction job then?
So, one of my buddies here in New Jersey, well, not even a buddy, like we knew each other from like TikTok and stuff too, and he lived in New Jersey. And like we've like Snapchatted and stuff, never really talked or had conversation. And then out of the blue in December, he hit me up and was just like, "Hey, like I have extra work this weekend, like I need help with. Let me know if like you're around." So I
Hmm.
was like, "You're thinking," I was like, "It's cash, whatever." So I went for the weekend. I made a couple $100 in like 3 days, and I was just like, "This is nice money." And
Yeah.
then, and then, whenever I wasn't working at the hotel, I was working there. And then all of a sudden, then I just quit the hotel and I was working there full time. Excuse me. And now I'm there full time.
Heck yeah, dude. Do you like it? What exactly do you do?
Dude, I really do enjoy it. I don't know. Right now we're doing a lot of demo stuff, and then there's quite a few projects. And that's a very small construction company, but there's so many jobs right now. But a lot of demo work at this one house, and then there's
So
another
is
one,
demo's just destruction, right? Like you're just breaking down stuff.
demolition. Yeah,
That is that pretty fun?
it looks like fun, but
You're like it's not as fun as it looks, dude.
no,
It's
like you see it
probably
on like like when you're watching the shows on TV, oh, it looks awesome. But like
yeah.
realistically, like busting out a wall and stuff, it is such a pain in the ass. Cleaning it up, like getting all the plaster or drywall, whatever, put it in a bag, and then you gotta take
So
down the fucking lath, and it's a whole process.
how do you clean it? So you just like use a broom and then sweep it up, throw it away.
Sweep it up, vacuums. It's
And what are you even like doing demo on? Just buildings or
so it's just this one house right now. It's huge. It's like 3,300 square feet. And
are
it's four
are
blocks from
they
the beach.
continue actually my bad for cutting you off.
So the first floor is like a resident. The first floor is commercial, is a commercial space. Then the two floors above it are apartments.
Hmm.
And then this guy just inherited this property, and then now we're completely gutting it and doing everything brand new from top to bottom.
Gotcha. Are so they're just gonna you're gutting it out and then rebuilding the whole thing then.
Yep.
Damn. And how long have you been doing this for?
I've been working at that property since just about the new year, like 2 months, 2.5 months.
So why do you say that property? Like is it is it only for this job or for this property and then you won't be doing it anymore or
So that property, whatever, like that's the only demo job that's going on right now.
hmm.
But then there's other jobs that I'll go to during the week. Like I won't just put all my time at one place. It's all like spread out.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. So speaking of other jobs you've done, you used to be a lifeguard as well. Do you ever miss doing that?
Oh, so that actually just came up. Like I this will be my first summer not doing it.
Uh-huh.
Or at least I say I'm not going to do it, but I have a feeling I'm going to end up working there at least one day a week just because.
Hmm.
I love that job. It's not even a job. It's so fun.
Yeah. What got you into it
Just
to
because I
begin with?
swam and I was like lifeguard, I was like, who wants to lifeguard at a pool? Let me go to a beach. And it
Damn.
just went from there. And ever since
So
then, I've like loved it.
what got you into swimming then? Because I know you used to say you swam competitively in high school. So
Yeah.
what started all that?
Well, seventh grade, I used to play baseball like my whole life, and then seventh grade, whatever, I broke. Well, prior to that, I threw out my arm,
Hmm.
and I had like growth plate separation in my elbow, which like hurt really bad. And then I had to take like a season off, and then when I was supposed to come back and play again, I broke my knee. Then I had like another year off, and then I was like swimming for physical therapy and shit,
Hmm.
and I really liked it. And my brother swam in college and stuff. It was like, oh, cool. So then I joined so I stopped playing baseball because I didn't really like miss it anymore because I didn't play realistically for 2 whole years because of injury. So it was like, whatever, like,
Hmm.
which sucks. And I was like, I'll just start swimming. And that's what I did. Joined a club team and then went from there.
I feel like that's just such a weird sport to join, like swimming and from baseball to swimming.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just two totally different things.
Yeah.
Were you actually any good at it or like just
I
like
wasn't, yeah, I was good. Not that good, but I was good.
okay, you can be cocky a little bit, bro. Like,
Like
were you
I
on a
was
select
good.
team or something?
What?
Were you on a select team?
No, but I was on like the championship team and stuff.
What's the
I,
championship team?
there's I guess just different levels and conferences and stuff, but pretty much like just a step below nationals.
So I mean that sounds pretty solid then.
Yeah.
So basically like godlike swimmer.
Oh, for sure.
You ever save someone out of the ocean?
Mm-hmm.
Are you
At
actually
least,
serious?
yeah, like at least 120 people.
No shot. Okay,
That's
now
just
I know
from
you're
working
capping.
out the one beach I worked at.
You're a liar, bro. I said you could
No.
show off. You don't need to say that, bro. 120 people?
At least minimum.
I find that hard to believe. There's no shot you saved 120
Yeah.
people. Like you
Yeah.
saved them from drowning.
Yeah.
You weren't just taking selfies on the beach the whole time.
No. Maybe
I
4 years ago, yes. That's
You're like, I was
funny.
doing both actually, bro.
Saw them drowning. Like, let me get my phone out real quick.
Let me video this, bro. This would go viral on TikTok. Do you think because I know you're not doing any social media stuff anymore. Do you think you'll ever do it again?
I've been very back and forth lately. But no,
You don't think you'll ever do it again?
I don't think I could
Why?
because I love the privacy of my life right now.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Do you
Like
does
I
any part
full,
of you like even though you have the privacy and you love the privacy, does any part of you miss it ever?
yeah, I I miss the money
Mm,
and I miss being able to be wherever I want it to be, whenever I want it to
yeah.
be.
Yeah, it's probably different going from making all the social media money and then like being able to travel, do whatever you want. You're not tied down to like a specific job and then
I
going
wasn't tied down to a
to
job, a person, or anything, but now I'm tied down to a dog, a person, and a job, I guess.
yeah, okay, but the person, the dog, those are like things that just add to your life. The job, on the other hand, we're like, I don't really
Yeah,
know if I really want to do this, but I
but
mean,
I gotta.
yeah, you're like, I gotta make money somehow, dude.
Yeah.
Um, and I know you also applied to be a police officer a few months ago. I know you said you have,
Dude, you know what's crazy?
yeah. What's
They
up?
actually just called me last week.
Are you serious,
Yeah, yeah,
dude? Why
yeah, yeah.
the hell did it take him so long?
Well, they called me and they were like, "Yeah, so like this is whatever, like police department. Are you still like interested or whatever, like for this position?" And they were like telling me about like a position that like I didn't even apply for. It was a position under for what I applied for. And
Hmm.
I was like, "That's not what I applied for." And she was like, "Okay, I'll get back to you then later this week." And I haven't heard from her since, and it's been a whole week.
Huh.
But yeah, I
Huh.
tried out for the police academy back in October just for a sense of direction and whatnot. But I didn't know what else was
What?
going on. I trained for it for about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I crushed it. I was the smallest person there, and I did better, and I placed in the top three out of like 25, 30 people.
Damn. Damn. What
which is
made you
kind
want to
of
become a
crazy.
police officer?
I mean, I think it's just personally it's a good career.
Hmm.
It's a respectable career.
Yeah.
And the benefits and the pension and all that stuff is just good. It's a good
Hmm.
solid just career path.
Definitely. Did you ever think about with like the social climate going on today? Did that worry you at all? Like how like all the defund the
Yes,
police stuff and
yeah, definitely. But at the end of the day, it's like you can only let it affect you if you let it. It'll only
Mhm.
affect you if you let it affect you, type of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I guess there's only so much you can control. I
Like
get
I see it from the outside world, like okay, like I understand like what it's gonna be like in a way, but I don't. But that's just something that comes with the job.
hmm yeah.
It's like you sign up for the job, and that's what it's gonna be if they're gonna have those issues, and then those same people that sign up for the job are gonna be the ones to complain about it.
Yeah. Do you
But
think if the time came, you would be able to sacrifice yourself for someone? Like jump in front of a bullet, hypothetically.
yeah, I
You,
think
you
so.
really think so? You're like, I'd like to say it. I'd like to say I would. I guess that's one of those things, though, you really
It-
don't know what you would do until you're in the situation.
Until you're in this situation and who it is or whatnot.
It's a mom and
A
her baby's
random
in,
mom, I don't know. Like I think I'd pick my own life. Like, like if I saw, like if I saw some guy pull out a gun on Karen and Karen be screaming, "Oh my God, he's gonna shoot me!" I'm not gonna jump in front of Karen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, at least you're honest, bro. But I feel like you need that to be a cop, kind of. Like
Yeah, but
you need
if
to
I was in
sacrifice
uniform,
yourself.
absolutely. But like at the end of the day,
Okay, so if you were in uniform, you would.
yeah. But if I wasn't in
Say no, I'd
uniform, no
probably
one
just
would
pull out
know
my
I
own
was a
gun.
cop.
That's hilarious, bro. No, I'm the same way. It depends. Like it really depends. The people I love, no
Yeah,
question.
but like
No
just thinking about it,
question.
like some random stranger, and then I see someone pull a gun on them, I'm not going towards them. I'm going the other fucking way.
Yeah, that just kind of sounds stupid. I guess it really depends on the circumstance. Like if there's kids involved, then I'm probably gonna try. I'd like to say I would try and do something.
Yeah, but it's just like I don't know what I would do.
Yeah,
I
you really
never want to
don't
be in that
know.
position either.
Yeah, really don't. Really don't. Do you remember when there was that mass shooting in Buffalo at like a store like a year ago, I think?
Yeah.
Were you living in Buffalo at the time?
I wasn't, but I was living there 2 months, 2 or 3 months after it happened.
Hmm.
And then I remember like my first weekend living there, like I went to the grocery store. It was the only grocery store that was open. I walked in, like half of it was like barricaded off. I was like, this is really fucking weird. And then like I asked him, I was like, why is like this store like laid out like this? Like, why is it kind of like a mess? Or like, oh, like this is where the shooting was. I was like, what the fuck?
That's crazy. I
Yeah.
think I
And then
remember
like what
seeing that on Twitter, bro. It's
Yeah,
crazy. It's so
and then
awful.
what happened was like during that guy's like the shooter's like court hearing and stuff, like the main courthouse was right around the block from my house. So when this guy had his hearing and stuff at the courthouse and everything in Buffalo, all the streets around my house were like shut down and everything, armed police officers everywhere because people were trying to kill this guy, obviously.
Yeah.
So no one was like allowed in the vicinity. So like I couldn't even like really like leave my house or anything during those 3 days of the court trial stuff, which is crazy.
You was it just all like police barricaded, like your house, or
Barricaded and media, and that was it.
so there's crowds outside your house then. I
Pretty
mean,
much.
obviously not for you, but
Yeah.
nah, they're all chasing you, bro.
Yeah, they're all coming for me. But no, yeah.
Um, Switching back up to social media, that's kind of how we met in the first place, which is really crazy to think about. That was, I think, 3 years ago now.
I
I think
want
was that the end of 20, it was either at the end of 2020 or beginning of 2021.
I want to say the end. I want to say it was like even like April of 2020.
No, because I flew to your house in
in February.
February of 2021. And I don't think it was a whole year after we started talking. Because I want to say
Um,
I didn't start posting until it was like snowy out about Money Mansion.
Let me go look actually. On. Yeah, we met at the end of 2020.
Hmm. What month do you know?
Wait, hold on. Let me get up real quick.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, so we met at the end of 2020, or I guess like met online, and I was posting videos about starting a content creation house for like entrepreneurs. And then yeah, they all kind of went viral. I was posting multiple of them, and I remember you reaching out on Instagram and being like, "Yo, that's a sick idea." And you and Alec were the first, or not the first people to reach out, but I just like saw your profiles and thought you guys were like super cool right away, and we started talking. Then I got on a phone call with you, and then really from then on, it was just kind of we were set on
Which is
starting the
crazy how we're
house.
still like really good friends now.
You're really the only person that I talk to. I mean, we talk pretty much at least once a week, and
Yeah,
then we like Snapchat every damn day basically. So,
yeah,
but it is crazy, dude. All from a TikTok post.
I know. It's
But
insane. And what do you, I just imagine we did that.
it would have. I think about how much different like our lives could be. Like, I mean, that goes for
I
so
would,
many different things, though.
I was thinking like if we actually, I was thinking before we did this on my way home, I was just like, if we did that or whatever, and if we did really, really well with it, I was like, for all I know, I could be way richer than I am right now, way poorer than I am right now, or in jail.
Dude, I don't see a world where if we actually did that, it wouldn't have worked. I think the biggest part was just getting everyone, if everyone would have just pitched in money for a few months to get it like off the table or just to get the ball
All we needed
rolling.
was like 6 months. That's all.
Yeah, dude. We have like 10 of us guys. If all of us would have just been down to put in $500 a month, get a nice place in Texas or Arizona, bro.
Yeah.
And if worst case scenario, we just have a great 6 months. Like it
And we
would have been
become
so
best
fun.
friends.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It would have been so fun.
Either way, we would have gotten something out of it. Friendships, money, or both,
Yeah.
or
I
yeah.
honestly think if we would have done that though, I think it would have went well because it was content houses were all huge at the time. This was
Yeah.
like a super unique idea. It was a content house, but only for entrepreneurs. And yeah, I think it would have been so sick.
And
And
what kind of online business would we be doing right now? Where would we be in the world? Where would we be living? Like,
yeah, because there was literally 10 of us, and every single one of us was in a different entrepreneurial field at the time.
and state,
Yeah, literally all across the country. And
which
we
is
all hopped on like multiple meetings together and stuff.
which is crazy.
It led to me flying to New York. It led to me traveling a shit ton actually. Like without that post, my life would have been so much different. It's like
Yeah.
that single post genuinely changed my
'Cause
life.
you came to New York, I remember you went to Miami, then you were down in
Yeah.
Arizona. Like
So
it's a lot.
off that one post, I met you and I flew to New York or flew to New Jersey, and then we went to New York and had that trip. And then after that, I flew to Miami to go meet
Jimmy.
Joey and Jimmy. And then where else did I travel in that time? I mean, I went to Arizona. That
I
was
think
to
that was
go
a year
look at
after.
houses. Yeah, that wasn't for I was planning to move or planning on moving to Arizona at that point outside of the content creation house. So I just went down there to look at properties and
Yeah.
whatnot. But yeah, I mean, I would have never went to Florida or New York if I never made that post. I never would have started traveling in general, honestly. That post is the only reason I ever started. I had never flown before that. So
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
you were the first time going to see
That's
you was the first time I
crazy.
ever flew in my life.
Which is
So,
crazy.
and then I remember getting there and totally different atmosphere, totally
For
different
sure.
lifestyle. I remember
But
you
it's just
picking me
like
up.
it's just crazy though. Like it was all because of TikTok. And look at what TikTok is now. I don't want anything to do with it.
I think
Like,
that's just, so I'm not on TikTok like I used to be either. Now I just kind of rapid fire post. Like I just repost all my YouTube videos on there, and I don't even
yeah,
really care if they get views. It's just like maybe if one blows up, then that'll help my YouTube. But outside of that, I really don't care. Um, but yeah, it is really genuinely insane to think about how much impact that had on my life. And like now
mine
I
too.
consider you like one of my best friends too, bro.
I do
So
too, bro. Like, it's just so crazy. Like that social media, like that shows like the power of it. And honestly, like the friendships that I made through doing social media matters to me more than the fact that I was doing social media. If that
mhm.
makes any sense.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Like, but it's just so weird now. Like, I think about it all the time. Like, I could get back into it, but I'm like, no, like, I really don't want to. I just like how private and secluded my life is. I haven't posted on Instagram since 2022,
Yeah.
which is
You well,
insane.
you made that second Instagram account and
And
then
then I
you
then I
don't even
never
use that,
used
huh?
it.
Yeah.
Never used. Last time I posted was December 28th, 2022 on Instagram, and I've never looked back.
Yeah, that's a fat minute ago. That's crazy. Honestly,
Well,
it's good though, bro. It's good to not be on social media 24/7 and
dude,
have a life
my
outside of it.
screen time, my average screen time a day is 3 hours,
Hmm. Dude,
which
I
is
know people, there's girls, I feel like it's a lot of girls have a screen time of like 12 hours a day.
mine used to be like that because that's what I was doing
That's
all day, social
insane.
media. But now my screen time's 3 hours a day,
Hmm. The
and
most the most screen time I've ever had, even with social media, has only been like 5.5 hours a day, which is still a lot.
yeah,
But in like retrospect, compared to so many other people our age, it's really not that much.
it's not a lot at all. I feel like the average is 8 to 12 hours a day.
Hmm. Yeah, that's which is so crazy.
Which
You
that's what mine
think,
like I think about it all the time. That's what my screen time used to be. And like now it's just like I don't use TikTok, I don't use Instagram, I don't use Twitter. Like the only time I use Instagram, it's like look at reels every once in a while or to
bro, Instagram
like
Reels are crazy.
I like them.
I like them too, but half the time I just see people dying, bro. I'm not like, do you? Am I alone in this, bro? I definitely
I
see a ton of people die all the time.
no.
You never see that?
No.
Maybe
Maybe you're
Instagram
on the wrong
hates
type
me.
of Instagram.
I think so, dude. I also have like three friends that just send me that shit too, so it's probably like in my algorithm.
Yeah, that's
Like
true. Mine's all like dogs and
I knew you were gonna say dogs, bro. I just had a
like
feeling.
like couple stuff and yeah.
I have a lot of couple stuff too, like dating guys and like relationship advice and stuff like that. But I'm such like a romantic, bro. Like I crave like the little intimate moments. So like I follow a lot of
Yeah.
those like romantic pages on Instagram and
I
stuff.
can't believe, like, I just wish that you need to just branch out and then you'll be chilling.
What do you mean?
You can't marry or be with a girl from Washington State. I'm sorry, but that can't happen.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I just don't see that happening.
Yeah, I mean, for me, dude, because I haven't had a girlfriend since I was 17 years old, so 5 years ago. And the whole time, probably like the first like 3 years after that, up until I was 2021, I really didn't want a girlfriend. I was really just
Yeah.
trying to work on myself and get to a good place. And really the last year or two, I felt like personally, like my mental
Health.
place and yeah,
Yeah.
my mental health and like where I'm at and everything, I just feel way better about like how I be in a relationship, and my relationship to myself is way better now. And I just feel like
I
I'm
would say
ready,
that
bro.
I would say that too. Like I definitely wasn't in the great mental place, like even when I met my girlfriend, but
Hmm.
she was there for me. She worked with me on it. Just like little like small things here and there. Because
Yeah.
like I said, like I had no structure, foundation, or like anything.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I definitely still have my days where
Oh my,
I'm down and
yeah,
I'm stressed out and I'm like, damn, like, okay, maybe I'm not ready. But I think that's part of life. You're not going to feel
yeah,
great every day,
no.
right?
And I still even have times now where I'm like, why am I in a relationship? But I'm like, but then I ask myself that I'm like, well, A, B, C, D, E, and F. And I'm like, those are pretty good reasons.
Yeah, I think one of the big things people are so quick to leave relationships nowadays, and they don't realize what they're missing out on.
Not
It's
even that, but what they're missing out of, and like not even like what they can gain from it,
or
but what they can.
I guess I shouldn't say missing out on. I They don't realize what they have until it's gone. Is better
Yeah.
said. Um, because people are so quick to leave relationships, so quick. They'll find any excuse nowadays. And like me personally, knowing that, having that hindsight, I you just got to really be able to build and connect with that person and know that not every day is going to be perfect, and you just got to
Yeah.
keep moving forward through that.
Yeah.
'Cause there's
Like
going to
my
be trying times.
I remember like we had such a hard time over the summer.
Hmm.
Like summer was rough. Like just like our dynamic itself, like we there was like a point where it was just like, we were just like at each other's like wits ends with each other, like how is this gonna work out? Then I remember we like didn't talk to each other for like a week. And then we sat down and we hashed it out. And then like once we hashed it out, it's like okay, we're chilling, but which was nice. And when I'm able to like talk to her about things, like hash things out with her, it's like there's no bullshit or extra like shit in the middle. It's
Yeah,
like this is how I feel. This is why I feel this way, and this is what could maybe change. Like
yeah,
it's kind of just got to break it up like that, and we look at it from both sides, and at the end of the day, like we still both take away something from it. Yeah, not either one of us is right or wrong,
hmm,
but we both learn it. Then we just grow from that as
yeah.
a couple, which
The
is
way I view it is the both people in the relationship, they don't need to look at it like it's both of them against each other. You guys
mm-mm.
need to look at it like it's you two against the problem. And
Yeah.
then you can move forward. If you guys work together to solve the problem, and
Well,
communication is the number one thing
no
too.
matter whose fault it is, like it's not about being like it's your fault. It's your fault.
Mm,
No, it's the other like it's not supposed to be like that. You got to just be there together. And if there's a problem that arises, if you sit there and point fingers at each other, you're not going anywhere but backward.
with that said, though, if you fuck up, you need to take accountability for it.
Oh, definitely. If you know that you did something, it's like, listen, I did this. I know that it is wrong for X, Y, and Z. This is what I can do moving forwards so that to help, not saying that it won't happen again, but to help prevent it from happening again. Because
Exactly.
you can't make those promises because then if it happens again, you're just
Hmm. Well, you
like,
lose the trust,
yeah, definitely.
and trust is huge in a relationship. If you can't trust your partner, you're not going to be able to build and continue to move forward with it because you're always going to be second guessing.
Literally though.
So, yeah, trust is huge, bro. But when
And
I
then
think
it
of
goes back to like trust, like just with everything, with friendships, relationships, family. It's crazy.
trust is the foundation of every relationship. You can't have any type of relationship with anyone if you don't have trust.
Yeah. Business.
I mean, you can, but it's going to be superficial. Like you're not going to trust. Yeah, you're just not going to be able to build anything real with
It's
that
just going to be
person.
like a surface level relationship.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, how are
Just
you?
an
Good.
acquaintance.
You?
An
Good.
acquaintance.
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
way to put it.
Mhm. When I think about what I want in a partner, I guess because you said I need to get out of Washington for to find a partner, and I've thought about this 'cause that's kind of why I want to move down south because just their values align a lot more with my values, like value wise in a partner. I want them to be religious, believe in God. Um, I
I
want them
wanted
to,
to talk to you about this too, but continue.
yeah. I um I want them to not have slept with a million people, which that's like I don't know why that's so controversial, but it's so controversial in today's society. But
Yeah.
I also try and hold myself to that standard too. If I'm going to ask that of someone, I can't be sleeping around like that. And
Yeah.
so I definitely have slept with a few people, but I try not to go crazy like that, bro.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have a super high number and then
But at
ask
the
that
end
of
of the
someone
day,
else.
you as a man, you have needs.
Okay. Okay. I mean, yeah, but I don't know. From a moral standpoint, I just feel like it's very um what's the word? Um
Yes. Sit down.
what's it called when you say something and then do the opposite?
Hypocritical.
Yeah. From a moral standpoint, I feel like it's very hypocritical for me to ask that of someone and not do it myself.
Oh, for sure.
But at the same time, I do agree that it's different for a man and woman. I think a man can sleep around without emotional attachment, and I think girls need some sort of emotional attachment when they do sleep around.
There's a reason why they're doing it. They feel a certain way.
And I think a lot of times for a guy, they can just get horny and just go sleep with someone one time and never think about it again.
Think about that person, text that person, or anything.
Exactly. Yeah, but personally, what it comes down to is I want a girl that's religious, a girl that hasn't slept around a lot, and a girl who has good morals and
Just
more
good
of
at
like,
it.
yeah, good etiquette, just a good girl. Like I don't
Huh.
want I want
Never mind.
that sounded that's okay, that sounded weird, but I guess
Cover your ears.
I want a traditional relationship, a traditional girl, I
Yeah.
guess. I don't want some party girl that is just batshit crazy. I want someone that I can respect and trust and
That's
really
like how
build
I am
a
with my girlfriend. Like
relationship with.
she wasn't a big partier, like, and we just saw eye to eye and just morally everything's there. My just
Yeah,
biggest thing is the respect and like the manners.
yeah. I want to find the future wife to my children. Like,
Yeah.
find a girl that I know will be a great mother and raise my kids well, basically. So that's like the number one thing. If I feel like this person has the potential to really be a great mother and if we had daughters or raise our daughters the way that I
You
believe
want
they should be
girls?
raised, dude, I can't wait to be a girl dad. In a perfect world, I'd have two girls and two boys. I want four kids, but
I think I would say that, or at least I'd want three boys and a girl.
yeah, dude, I can't wait to have kids. Like, I can wait.
I
Don't
s-
get me wrong, I can wait, but I cannot wait to have kids. I'm so excited for it.
don't worry, Maverick. No, there will be no kids. You're the only child.
Are you actually not going to have kids?
No, I will.
Like, do you
But
actually want four, three boys and a girl?
I'd either want I'd either want four or five.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It, or put it this way, I would want to be the my financial situation depends on how many kids I'm
Yeah,
gonna have.
100%, 100%. With that said, with you wanting four or five, does your girlfriend feel the same way?
I think so.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. That makes me so hyped, dude. I can't wait for you to start pushing out babies.
No, no, not for like at least 5 to 10 more years.
Do you want to, is that how, or yeah, 25? Do you want to be 25 before you start having kids?
I think if realistically, if you want to talk, what are you doing, dog? You lay down. Lay down. Come here. Okay. Um, realistically, have my first, I wouldn't want to have my first kid until, I don't know. I wouldn't mind being 26, 27.
Yeah, gotcha. For me,
Because
I've
we have,
always wanted to have kids at around 25, but I need to get in a relationship first before I can do that. I'm only 22, so I still
yeah,
got 3 years, but that's like
yeah.
pushing it short.
That doesn't mean not putting a number on it, but if I were to like look at my situation right now, it's I've been with my girlfriend for a little over a year. We're moving in together in September.
Are you serious? Like
Like
getting your own place?
yeah, like I mean we already like live together now, but we're gonna be living together.
You excited? A little
Yes,
nervous?
and I'm definitely nervous, which I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's just like that that's really gonna be just like this is our relationship. Like
hmm What's
this
in September?
But
Why are you guys
um,
waiting till September?
well, it's Labor Day weekend and stuff. I don't want to move in the middle of summer because where we're gonna move is gonna be within a couple of blocks from the beach. So moving in and out in the middle of the
Gotcha.
summer months just sucks, no matter
Hmm.
what day of the week it is. But I want to be there like Labor Day to Labor Day. She starts school pretty much Labor Day weekend, college and stuff, like when her classes start. It's just a good time.
Hmm.
And it gives me more than enough time to put money away and just be ready for it.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
realistically, we can move in a place next month, but
It's just being
it's
prepared.
there's just no point. It's just like I want
Yeah.
to be financially prepared and just ready. Like
Yeah, there's really no point to rush it whatsoever. Like,
not at
why
all.
rush?
And because it's like it's because she was it makes no sense because like she was maybe gonna rent something like with like a couple of girls again, but we're like, I'm moving out of here anyways. Like, let's just move together. It makes no sense for us to just piss away that much money on rent just
Hmm.
for one of us to not be at our house all the time. It doesn't
Yeah,
make sense.
especially when you can save money living with your parents for now, dude.
Yeah, and then like the nice thing is too, it's like I think about all the time, like I'll see my dog more because where we'll be living, it's very close to where I've been working and stuff. And
Hmm.
these jobs that I have right now are gonna go, the one's gonna be going on until at least October, November. And then I don't know what from there on, but like if I have to get home, if I have to run home for 10 minutes, the 5 minute drive, like it's totally okay. If I have to
Yeah.
go home, take out my dog and stuff, like it's okay. Like I don't need anyone to like watch him or anything. So I can
Hmm.
just be able to take that 10 minutes of my day, run home real quick, and that's that.
So what's she going to school for?
She's in school for uh she's actually on like a one of those like 5 year track programs to get her master's degree.
Hmm.
And she's actually gonna be graduating, I think, next summer, and she'll only be 20 with her bachelor's, which is pretty
Oh
good.
yeah, that's crazy, dude. That's actually really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, but she's in school for marketing and then she has getting her minor in legal studies and then her master's is going to be in marketing, I'm pretty sure.
Gotcha. Good for her. That's dope. That's dope. Um, what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, back to the religion thing. You said you wanted to talk about that. I also had a question for you. I was gonna start that off by, are you religious at all?
No.
Like, do you believe in God?
Yeah.
Okay, but you just don't. Okay, so you are religious. You just don't go to church, then, is what you're saying.
Like I wouldn't say like I'm religious. I believe in God. I guess you could say I believe in I guess you could I'm trying to see like how you word it. I'm I more agree with like spirituals. I really like I go with more like the spiritual stuff, but I understand and I believe in God's path more though. Does that
What do
make
you
sense?
mean spiritual stuff?
Like, do you know how like some people are like more like spiritual and more religious? Like
Yeah,
I'd be like kind of like in between.
gotcha, gotcha.
Like spiritual and like not a weird way.
Uh-huh. You're not like having all these rocks and stuff in your
I
house.
promise
Like,
there's no rocks under my bed.
you're not cleansing with the crystals, dude.
No, no. I'm not like saging anything. No.
Okay, just making sure. I do have some white sage, bro. Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that, bro. And I got the amethyst crystal and the I don't even know what type of wood that is. But yeah,
That's
that is
great.
like some witch stuff right there, bro.
Yeah, but no, like I definitely like believe in God and stuff. It's just a lot of things that I've done
Make it hard for you.
across everything
But
have
for
to do with
me,
church.
that's the thing though, is that God forgives all sins. The only unforgivable sin is um rebuting Jesus. So the only unforgivable sin is if you don't allow God into your life. So
Yeah.
as long as like you accept God into your life and believe, then you're good. Obviously that doesn't make your sins and the bad things you've done acceptable. That's why you ask for forgiveness and because he understands that like you're gonna fuck up. You're human. That's
Yeah.
why that's what happened when Eve ate the apple off the tree, bro. She fucked us up. She made us all sinful. So
Yeah, like, and the thing is too, like with whole religion stuff, it's not that I don't care for it or anything. I don't understand it. I don't know enough about it. And I've not that I don't have the time, but like I
mhm,
don't have the time in a way.
mhm.
Because like I said, like my
Okay,
day,
hold on. I'll say something though before you go on. You everyone has time. They just don't have the times for the things that they're not interested in. Like you can make time. Everyone can make time
yeah.
for something that's important to them.
But that's the thing, it's like the religion and like God is it's not that it's not important, but I don't spend any time on it.
Yeah.
Which
I think
I wish I did a little bit more. And I would definitely consider like going to church and stuff or
yeah.
whatnot. But
Okay. One thing, you don't even have to go to church, bro. What
yeah,
I'll say, the easiest thing to do is just if you even just like pray every night for 30 seconds, bro, just giving like a thanks, a nightly prayer or in the morning when you wake up or something, just literally a 30-second prayer, just to basically show your appreciation. And then you can have that like connection, that relationship. It's
and
just
that's all
something
it
to
takes.
build off of.
Yeah,
So, I
it's
mean,
not a bad
the
idea.
thing is, people think that you need to go to church to be religious or to believe in God, and that's the furthest thing from the truth. The Bible says nothing about going to
Church.
church to be a good Christian or anything like that. The whole point of church is for you to learn and grow in your faith, but you don't have to be going to church because at the end of the day, those pastors, those preachers, they're human, they're sinful just like you. And
Yeah,
so they of course they have valuable lessons for you to learn, but at the same time you can just learn all that through reading the Bible if you really wanted. So you don't need to go to church to believe or be religious. The Bible says nothing about that. It's just about spending that time with God and building that relationship. But you can do that on your own as well.
yeah, definitely. Which is something I haven't really thought of or really have done. I don't
I
know,
think
but
one
maybe
of the
move.
big put one of the big pushbacks from people too when going to church, this is for me. I hate these people. I guess I shouldn't say hate. I very much dislike the people who go to church and think they're better than everyone else.
Yes,
Those people piss me off
it's
because they
like you
think
go to
they're
church. No, well, fuck, f you.
they're think they're so self-righteous. They look at themselves above everyone else, and it's like, dude, you are a sinner just like me. You are far from perfect. I'm far from perfect. And so for you to place yourself on this mantle thinking you're better than everyone else is just so disrespectful and just so narcissistic.
That's like anyone though in any circumstance. But when it comes to the religions, absolutely.
Yeah. No, there's just some people that are religious that if you tell them that you don't go to church, they just like look at you like you're disgusting.
Yeah.
And that pisses me off, dude, because the
Yeah.
Bible says nothing about you having to go to church. So
I get that.
that's super annoying.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know. I would definitely spend more time on it though. But it's just like implementing that into my routine and
yeah.
kind of just I kind of just need to be educated more on it.
Mhm. Well, that was the reason I got into it was I don't know why, but the last few months I felt a very strong pull towards it, and I just kept seeing things online, and I don't know, I've just felt this very strong pull in my heart. So about a month ago, I started going back to church, and then I got a Bible and I started reading it, and every day I've been putting a little time towards building that relationship with Jesus and really just learning about it as much as possible because I want to be able to talk about it and
Yeah.
educate people if they have questions because there's so many questions that I still have that I want to have answered and be able to answer for other people if they have questions, right?
But it's
So
different because everyone can read the Bible, but is going to take
interpret
something
it,
different away
yeah,
from it.
yeah, they're gonna interpret it a different way. Um, one of the big things that makes me believe is that what yeah, okay, hold on. Let me gather my thoughts of how I want to explain this. But I think that one of the biggest things is that without the Bible or without God or Jesus, without religion, there is no definition for good or bad. And like there's a huge argument that people say that we are inherently good as people and we inherently know what the right thing to do is, but that is far from the truth. And an example of that is, say Hitler succeeded in winning World War II. In the history books for us today, we would have thought the right thing to do, the good thing to do, was kill all the Jews. If Hitler
Yeah.
won, if Hitler won, the good thing would have been killing all the Jewish people. And we would have thought that was the good thing to do. We wouldn't know any better. Like that's just what we
Yeah.
were taught. So good is only that is a human construct. Good is different for everyone. So without
Like
the
Hitler
Bible,
himself, he did good for himself.
yeah. So yeah, exactly. If you don't have the morals from the Bible and the teachings of the Bible, then what is good? Because I could go around killing someone and I think I'm a good person, and you could go around saying that's a bad of me to do. How? What's bad about killing someone? I'm serious though, without the Bible,
Yeah.
what's bad about killing someone? And you could say, well, you took a life. Okay, but why does that matter? Why does a life matter? What there's
What does
no
that mean to you?
yeah, like what does what mean to me? Are you asking me or are you asking like is
No,
that
I'm
hyper
just saying, like,
okay. Yeah, exactly. Like if if there is no God, there is no religion, then my life doesn't matter. There is no value in that whatsoever. Because I can kill someone. What's the point? There's that. Well, I think it's a good thing. Jeffrey Dahmer, he thought it was, he probably I don't know what he thought honestly, but he was into some weird stuff,
we
bro.
know he liked boys. That's all that matters.
And eating hearts, bro. What the hell? Yeah, he was deep into that. But really, you can make the same argument against me. Say, I think you're a bad person, or yeah, you're a bad person for killing someone, but they can say, I think you're a bad person for not killing someone. Really, there is no value in human life without religion.
Yeah.
There's no because look at Hitler. He thought it was good to kill Jewish people. And so it's just all by society
Yeah.
standards, and society is so malleable. Like the society standards can change depending on who is the leader of that society.
Which is a crazy thing.
So without a higher up above the leaders of society, without a higher up, bro, that can change. Good can change all the time.
Yeah.
That
But
is a big thing
but
for
then
me.
God's there to kind of
Correct that. To God provides, God
correct
tells you
it
in the Bible
and like
what's
solidify it.
exactly. God tells you what's a sin and what's not a sin. So the Bible has like the rules for you to follow and
And it's up to
give
you to follow them.
exactly. He gave us free will, but
He gave
yeah,
us the
I don't know.
guidelines, and it's like if you break them, you break them. If you don't,
Yeah,
good.
exactly. That's the thing though, is that without those rules, without religion, none of it would matter at all. Because like I said, good is just a human construct. So, which I think that's crazy to think about.
It is, yeah.
Uh, but yeah, that's one of my big arguments for like why I believe. I also, I don't think anyone should build their faith off of it, but what do you have to lose?
No.
Genuinely, genuinely, you have everything to lose, or you have everything to gain, but nothing to lose. Say, say you're a non-believer right now, and God is real. You die, you go to hell for the rest of your life, like or for all eternity, you're gonna go to hell.
Yeah.
But say you're not a believer right now and you do believe, then you end up going to heaven. Obviously, it's not that simple. There's a lot more to it. Um,
Yeah.
but like really, what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? Like you really have nothing to lose. What's the difference? I mean, obviously there's a difference between believing and non-believing, but really just by believing, dude, you have so much more to gain. And
Yeah.
how much time, really, how much does it take for you to believe? Really doesn't take that much effort, bro.
No.
Really doesn't. So, yeah, that's one of the big things. Like, there's really nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Religion can be, it's such like a dense s-
Yeah,
topic.
there's so much, dude. There
There's
is so
so much
much.
to it, so many different ways to look at it, and so many different things you can take away from it.
Hmm.
But
Yeah,
anyways,
I agree. I
moving
agree
on.
with that. Yeah, switching topics. All right, what's your favorite part about living on the East Coast?
It's, dude, I don't know. I like love it. Like I was thinking about it the other day with like Netflix and everything like building here and whatnot now.
Hmm.
Jersey, it's kind of crazy. Like this is gonna be kind of like the new Hollywood of the East Coast because there is no filming studios here anymore.
Yeah, gotcha.
But but it's just like crazy like, the expansion and whatnot of it. But like what I really enjoy about it is like New York City's so close. Major airports are really close. We have the beach. You can drive an hour and a half, 2 hours. You're in the mountains, snowboarding or skiing, and you just have different things like at your finger. Like there's a bunch of different things that are feasible to you. Like you
Hmm.
have all the seasons, but you have the beach in the summer, you have the mountains for the winter, New York. I'm trying to think. Like there's just so much stuff you like to do here, and especially the food. Like I could never, I don't think I'm ever gonna leave the state.
I will agree on that, dude. Oh my God, the
It's
food
some of
over
the
there.
best, like the Northeast in general, like this whole region, it is so good. And I think about it every day. Like my girlfriend and I, we talk about it all the time. Like if I'm gonna
Hands
raise a
down,
family, I'm raising a family in New Jersey.
hands down, best bagels I've ever had in my life. Hands down,
Yeah.
best pizza I've ever had in my life. Shout out Brooklyn Square.
So
Oh my
good.
God. That was amazing, dude. I cannot wait to have
Yeah,
that
but
again one
like
day.
I don't know, just I could never leave New Jersey.
Hmm.
I would want to me growing up here, I'd want to raise my family here.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about New York City specifically?
You can literally go do anything.
Yeah, they do have basically everything you can think of.
Like you can go I don't know, for instance, you can go like bowling, you can go out to dinner, you can go to the bars, you can go to the club, you can go shopping, you can literally do anything you want to do, and it's like literally the restaurant capital of the country.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the restaurants in New York versus like the West Coast are like totally different. Not
the
saying that the
biggest
West Coast
thing.
ones are bad, it's just a different style and a different culture and the people that are here versus over there.
Mhm. I'd say the biggest thing about New York City is that the worst thing in my opinion is how shitty it is to drive there. All the
Yeah.
traffic and everything. Luckily, when I went, it was in the middle of COVID, so it wasn't
Yeah,
that
when we
bad.
were there, it was clutch. There's like no
Yeah,
traffic.
it was. I think I went at like one of the most perfect times. Besides, it was cold as shit.
Yeah, it was a cold week.
I actually do want to plan a trip like during the summer sometime and go check it out then because I feel like it's just a totally different atmosphere
It
then.
and the thing is, like in the summertime, like Jersey itself, like seeing the shore during the summer, it is like I'm stoked this summer because I'm 21 now. So like,
Uh-huh.
but there's I don't know, just the atmosphere and the vibe of it is just
Yeah.
totally different, and you just need to be here to experience it. And like the TV show isn't the Jersey Shore.
Hmm.
Like it's
Speaking
not.
of that, what was uh what was your 21st birthday like? What do you do?
Dude, it was honestly so sick. It was so relaxing. It was so chill. Like each night we were back at our like Airbnb or whatever. What was an Airbnb? It was Airbnb style, but we were back before midnight each night.
Hmm.
Like I didn't get super hammered, super drunk or anything. It was just I was just able to like kick back and relax. I saw my uncles. We went out to dinner. My on my 21st birthday, that my girlfriend and I we did go to a strip club.
That's so dope that your girlfriend allowed that.
I know. I like it felt wrong to look. I was like, is this a test? But like me being there, like with her, I didn't want to look at anybody but her.
Yeah. I mean,
Because like,
that's awesome though that
which
that
was
she
like
was like
awesome
chill
for
with
me. Because
that.
like before I met her, I've been like so about going to the strip club, like just throwing money. But then
Mhm.
like I see like these guys like sitting there like spending 50 to 100 bucks on like this one chick, and I'm like, do you know how dirty she is?
Yeah.
I'm just like, you
Yeah.
really think she deserves that money? And then it was funny, like my girlfriend, like we were enjoying ourselves. We had a couple of drinks at the bar and we were just talking, like just us two. Someone came up to us and asked me if I wanted to dance. And then we looked at each other, we're like, we're leaving. And then we laughed.
I've never been to a strip club.
Yeah, it was my first time.
That's crazy, dude.
We were only there for like 30 minutes tops, but like I there was nothing it didn't it didn't make me uncomfortable, but like
Yeah.
just
I think you're
just
just so locked down in your relationship where it's just like not your setting anymore.
I was just like whatever, like a year, but
Yeah.
like even like now, like we were talking about like should we go out to like a club or something? Like before we got to US, like do you want to go clubbing this weekend? Do you want to go do this? Do you want to do that? It's like, I was like, no, like, I really don't want to. She was like, really? Like, it's your
Hmm.
21st birthday. I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
So I'm
I,
gonna
I
do
think
whatever I want to do.
speaking of, I think why that is though for you is because you've already partied and done so much.
I already
Like,
partied and I've done that stuff. And like now that I know what's important in life because I was
mhm.
experienced that type of life, I know what's important to me.
Yeah.
And there's no
What's
point of like
when you
losing what I have for that.
exactly. Yeah,
It's
definitely
not
not worth
worth
it.
it.
You've really got all the crazy stuff out of your system.
And like I'm still down to do like crazy shit, but like on a
Yeah.
different
Yeah, it's just different now, for sure. What's
I feel
speaking of when
grown
you were
up.
going through your big parties phase, what was like the most amount of money you've ever spent in a night? And then what was the most amount of money you ever spent in a month? And you can give estimates too. It doesn't have to be exact.
Most amount of money I spent in a like night between like dinner, drinks, and a club, probably like 10 G's.
Oh man, that's so crazy.
Like give or take. And then the
Yeah,
most money
I
I
remember
spent.
you like bought alcohol for like a whole club one time.
I
Like
remember
bought
one
a shit
time.
ton of shots.
I remember one time I bought like I think I bought like 120 like green pea shots, but I bought like 3 rounds of them, so it was like a fuckload of shots.
Yeah, that's wild, dude.
Yeah, like just being able to, but like now I look at that, I'm like, why did I ever do that? But
Yeah,
the thing too is if I never did that, I would have never learned.
exactly. Yeah, you have to a lot of times you have to fail to learn and mess up and do dumb things to
Which I'm
learn.
okay with.
So,
It's like I was young. It's not like I was 35, 40 years old and I did
yeah.
that. And now I
Mhm.
had no money.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like it doesn't
What's
really
um
matter.
what's the most you spent in a month?
25, 30.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. What do you think's the most you ever made in a month?
Close to that.
Close to what?
Close to 30,
That
25 to 30.
man, that social media money pays different, bro. It's a lot
And
different than working
no,
it.
but if I think about it now, if I had that much money now, like in I wouldn't have what I had if it wasn't for that.
Yeah. No,
So
I
it's
agree.
like
No, you
I
can't. Yeah, you can't look at it like a negative thing, bro. You have to look at it like
no.
everything in life's a learning experience.
And it all
And
happened
you're
for a reason. Like I have what
exactly.
I have now. I'm happy with what I have now. And I don't wish sometimes I wish I had more than what I have, but like I'm grateful for it and I adjust and I adapt. All you can
You're
do.
exactly where you are in life because of your previous choices. So all those
And,
choices led you to where you are now.
and I'm not in a bad place right now either,
Hmm.
which is
I
the
think you're
thing.
in a very happy place, bro. I love seeing you in a relationship, especially when you're happy. Because when I first met you, that was the complete opposite. It was not
Yeah.
like that at all.
Like
Like,
over the last 3 years, like I'm not the same person. I'm not the same person
mhm,
I was. Like not even like close. Like yeah, it's still me, but like I just grew up really
yeah,
fast. That's what it
yeah,
is. That's what it feels like for me. Like I grew up really fast.
yeah.
And
I think the relationship did that to you.
the relationship made me like it's not that I wasn't mature, but I wasn't mature in that aspect.
Hmm.
Now I'm more mature in that aspect of my life. Like, okay, like we're pretty much so I mean we are solidified, we're together.
Yeah,
And that there's no sugarcoating it.
yeah. I can't wait for you guys to get married, bro.
I mean, realistically, like not this summer, but the following summer, we'd probably get engaged, which is like hella crazy to think
All I'm
about.
saying, bro, is I better be at that wedding, dude.
Oh,
You better
you
invite me
will
to the
be.
shit.
Don't worry.
I was gonna say, bro, I'd be a little. I'd be more than butthurt if I wasn't, bro.
Oh, you'll be
All right. The final thing I wanted to address, which is probably the most crazy thing of this whole interview, the horse situation. the Horst situation.
Oh, Horst. Yes.
Um, okay, so I'm just gonna kind of give a little rundown of the situation, then you can kind of give your feedback. But for those that don't know, the Horst situation was kind of about the Money Mansion thing with when I posted that video on TikTok, Colin started posting about the Money Mansion as well, which is this content house we were planning on building. And this guy named Horst reached out to him and we all started talking. We got on multiple phone calls, FaceTimes with this guy, and he was loaded. We could just tell this dude was absolutely rich. He had
Wait,
iPhone, huh?
which he like was, it was crazy.
Yeah.
He was rich.
Yeah, this guy, he was sending us videos from like his penthouse up in I forgot where he was at this time. I think it might have been Hawaii or like New
No,
Zealand or somewhere.
he was in New Zealand, but he was vacationing in Hawaii. Like
Yeah.
I
And
remember, and everything he sent us was legit.
real, bro. He was sending us or on one of the FaceTimes, he showed us like the iPhone 13 like 2 years before it came out. I don't know if it was the iPhone 13. It was one of the iPhones when he said he was
I
going to
remember
send
that it was
us
like he
that.
had it like a year early.
It was an unopened one, and it was like a 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte or something. It was like this super crazy iPhone. I'm like, dude, what the hell? How do you have that right now, bro? That's insane. And just crazy ass situation where this guy, he had a property in Florida and a property in New York, and he was going to allow us to choose which one we wanted to stay at. And he was basically going to sponsor us. And we got on multiple calls with this guy. We FaceTime this guy. We know exactly what he looked like. He was talking to us all the time. We had not only me and Colin talk to him, we had another guy of our team, Alec, talk to him. I had multiple buddies around me when I was on the call, so they can all verify this as well.
Yeah.
This guy was also gay. Uh, and I think he had a crush on Colin specifically. And was he was just offering craziest stuff, and that's what made it even more realistic because this guy was gay, we knew that, and he was offering massive amounts of money for us to do stuff with him. I'm not going to go into specific details or anything, but
Nothing like that though. Not like do stuff.
um but loads of money and just crazy stuff, dude. This guy was absolutely loaded and he had so much proof, so much evidence of it. And like there was no denying that this guy was loaded. And the plan was when I flew to New York, he was going to um basically like have the whole trip set up for us as well. Like we had a ton of stuff planned to do with him and just all this stuff, or not necessarily. I don't know if I think we're gonna meet him, but the plan was like he
Yeah,
had
we were
like a
planning on like meeting up with him and
yeah,
stuff.
and going checking out the property, and he planned on like just telling us all the stuff that was planned and whatnot. We were talking to him basically every day for a while, and but when the time came for me to fly to New York and I actually got there, he just stopped answering and like didn't talk to us and basically faked his own death. And I've come to the conclusion, which there's more details that I'm probably leaving out, but I am 99% sure this guy was trying to sex traffic us. Because I was like 18, 19 at this time.
Me too.
Colin Colin
17,
was
18.
lying. Colin said he was 18 at the time. He was like 17 and I was 19. We were two young guys and this guy was insanely rich. Like richer than any other guy, like world elite rich, like rich beyond your comprehension type thing. And I'm 99% sure he was gonna try and sex traffic us. That's my take on it.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, at the end of the day, though, like with everything that ended up going down, and then like what, and then like him like saying that he like died or some shit, he, like faked a death, and then remember like he like randomly reached out to me last summer.
Yeah, I do.
He texted me out of nowhere. It was like, "Hey, Colin, what's up?" I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. That was such a weird situation.
It was such a weird situation, and if things worked out with that person,
Dude, life would be completely different.
Like
if we got everything we because I have it in a journal somewhere. Like we wrote down every little thing we were planning on doing and got offered and whatnot. If we would have got all those, everything, our
we
lives would be insane.
like to say the least. Like
It would
I
have
wish
been
we
like
were
us.
right now.
Yeah, it would be like us joining the Illuminati type shit though.
Literally,
I'm pretty sure this guy had ties to some crazy stuff
he
like that.
was the Illuminati.
But low key, I think he like I think he kind of liked us, bro. We were talking to him every day, and
I don't
think he
know.
had a
I
soft
think
spot for Colin specifically, and I think that's why he decided to not go through with it. I
that's a
think so, bro. Because
that's a
think
good
about how
con-
often we were talking to him,
we talk to
and
him every day,
we actually built like a friendship with this dude.
which is
And
which was the biggest backstabber. Like we didn't care about like not that we
all the
didn't
stuff we were
care about all
promised,
the stuff, but like
yeah,
it was just cool because like he was cool with us, we were cool with him. Like it was kind of just like having like another online friend, which
yeah,
was totally
like an
normal.
uncle or something, bro. He was just
Yeah.
talking about all this business stuff, and he was hella chill. We were talking about everything.
And he was super knowledgeable, like smart, and
Hmm.
he was super nice. It just what he did to us was fucked up.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like you look at it in the moment, like he wasn't cruel to us. He didn't hurt us. It just I don't know. He just
Yeah, he just dropped off the planet. He
yeah.
literally dropped off the planet and then faked it, literally faked his own death from us. Said he got
Yeah.
COVID and died, bro.
We were like, what?
I mean, said he died of like a heart attack after like got COVID and then had like a heart attack while he was in the hospital on a respirator or something, was what
Yeah.
his kid said. So, but then he said he had to, but then when he texted you last summer, he said he had to fake his death or something because of something that went on or
Because
something.
I thought I had my WhatsApp still downloaded and all
Yeah,
my conversations in there. That's
that
crazy.
was a crazy time. Do you have any like last questions or input to put on?
But no, I don't think so. It's just crazy though, like considering now like where I'm at in my life, you're at in your life versus like when we first met and when like everything first started.
Yeah, dude, it's
Like
wild, bro.
if I told you 3, 4 years ago when we first met, it's actually if we met at the end of 2020, it's been 3.5, almost 4 years. Like it's just it's weird
That's
just
crazy, dude.
what we're
That's
doing right
crazy to
now and
think.
like how we are.
Yeah, I do think it's wild to think that we've already almost been friends for 4 years. That's so nuts. I'm super grateful for you too, bro. Like for everyone that
Yeah.
doesn't know, because there's a lot of shit like we talk behind the scenes, and this guy has always been there for me. Super stand-up guy. His girlfriend, I don't know if you're gonna watch this, but if you do watch this, you got a good one right here. You got a good one. I promise you, you got a good one.
Yeah, yeah, she does.
And dude, yeah, he's always been a super good guy, and I appreciate you. You've done so much for me, man. And yeah,
I
it was
always
good
got your
having
back.
you on. It was good having you on the podcast, Colin. I appreciate
Thank
you,
you for
bro.
having me, dude. But like I said, I always have your back, and we definitely got to link soon. We just got to figure it out. Like
Yeah,
I,
right,
I
bro.
haven't.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You've been
No.
saying that forever, bro.
But honestly, like I think now, my with like my girlfriend and she likes to like ski and shit and whatnot. Like I said, we were just out in Breck. We'll come ski out there,
Mhm.
hang out, go do something, or even if you meet us somewhere, we all go away together. We'll do something.
Yeah, I'd be down. All right, well, this is it. All right, that's the end of the podcast. I appreciate you guys for watching. Uh,
Peace.
don't forget to follow Colin. But yeah, thank you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace out.